Dover is Delaware's capital and is located in the central portion of the state, between the Delaware Bay to the east and the state of Maryland to the west. It's also home to one of the most extensive Air Force bases in the country, which is one of the largest military air transportation hubs in the world. Those visiting Dover have an abundance of varied, year-round activity options at their fingertips, ranging from beaches and historic sites to auto racing venues, casinos, and state parks. So, here is the list of the 10 best things to do in Dover, Delaware. Before we start, make sure you subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon for the latest upcoming travel videos. Here we go. Number 1. Air Mobility Command Museum. The undoubted highlight of any trip to Dover, though, has to be the Air Mobility Command Museum. Located just south of Dover Air Force Base, it boasts the largest collection of U.S. military cargo and tanker aircraft in the States. Dedicated to airlift, air refueling, and the crews who flew and maintained the planes, its artifacts and exhibits occupy a huge World War II-era hangar. As you stroll around, you'll learn all about each individual plane and see shiny jets, bombers, gliders, and helicopters. On top of seeing old engines and equipment, you can also try your hand at piloting a plane in one of its flight simulators. A retired control tower cab is also found on site beside a theater, shop, and workshop exhibit. Number 2. The Dover Motor Speedway. The Dover Motor Speedway has been the prime location for motorsport action in Dover since its opening in the 1960s. The site has a seating capacity of 95,500 and a 1-mile oval track, earning it a place among NASCAR's largest venues in the world. Speaking of NASCAR, the Dover Motor Speedway hosts 2 NASCAR Cup Series races annually, in spring and fall. However, there are dozens of other events throughout the year, like the Truck Series races and the Xfinity Series. Still, when there's no race, there's likely to be a concert hosted here, including the Firefly Music Festival. Number 3. First State Heritage Park. First State Heritage Park preserves the city's historical sites, and it prides itself on being the first urban park without boundaries. This site encompasses several historical sites in downtown Dover, like the Old State House, the 18th century John Bell House, the Colonial Governor's House, and the Delaware Public Archives. Even the Johnson Victrola Museum is found within this heritage park. Visitors can take self-guided tours of the park and check out these sites while learning about significant events in the state's history like the American Revolution. Number 4. Johnson Victrola Museum. Do you love listening to music? Do you enjoy discovering interesting facts about music? If your answer is yes for both, you should definitely head out for a once-in-a-lifetime experience at Johnson Victrola Museum. The museum showcases the life of Eldridge R. Johnson, the founder of the Victor Talking Machine Company, who brought recorded music to life. A trip to this quaint museum in Dover allows you to see great old phonographs and pioneer records from its early development to its innovation for better-sounding music for the people to enjoy. Make sure to visit the Johnson Victrola Museum to listen to the music of old records and delight yourself with a fascinating piece of history. Number 5. Dover Downs Casino. If you want to play a few games and watch some thrilling sporting spectacles, Dover Downs Casino is definitely the place to go. The humongous complex lies a minute's drive north of the center, next to where the Firefly Music Festival takes place. While the harness horse racing track and the Dover Motor Speedway opened in 1969, the state-of-the-art casino only followed several decades later. Here visitors can play slot machines and table games or watch live races and bet on basketball, baseball, and boxing fixtures. In addition, the hotel contains numerous bars and restaurants where concerts, comedy nights, and fun shows are regularly held. An on-site spa, indoor pool, and fitness room complete its extensive array of upscale amenities. Number 6. John Dickinson Plantation. On the southeastern outskirts of the city, you can find the peaceful and picturesque John Dickinson Plantation. The National Historic Landmarks grounds, mansion, and outhouses tell the story of the oft-overlooked founding father and American Revolutionary leader. The boyhood home of John Dickinson, the early Georgian mansion, was erected back in 1739 by his father. Over the years, various extensions and outbuildings were added with period pieces, dioramas, and exhibitions coating their interiors. These delve into the life and legacy of the penman of the Revolution who so eloquently argued for American liberty. Informative plaques, a video, and costumed interpreters are all on hand to really bring the plantation to life before your eyes. Stories also focus on the struggles of enslaved people, and demonstrations show how various products were produced on site. Number 7. The Old State House. Learn about local history as you take a trip back in time to the first permanent Capitol building in Dover, established in the 1790s. The Old State House stars a fascinating Georgian-style structure with noble architectural details like the gilt sunflower shieling sham and the geometrical staircase. A museum tour allows visitors to learn about the local governance history and take a glimpse of life in Dover back in the day. The Old State House is home to a collection of historical artifacts, archives, and paintings to give visitors an immersive history experience. A trip to the historic city won't be complete without visiting this fascinating piece of history nestled at the Green in Dover. Number 8. Biggs Museum of American Art. Boasting an extensive collection of paintings, photos, and ceramics is the incredible Biggs Museum of American Art. Set right next to the Old State House, it occupies a modern red brick building that blends perfectly with its historic surroundings. An important cultural institution in the area, it was first opened to the public in 1993. Named after passionate art collector and philanthropist Sewell C. Biggs, its 3 floors now display some 1,500 or so artworks. In its elegant galleries, you can see everything from superb sculptures and chinaware to antique furniture and contemporary pieces. This wide variety of artifacts and artworks is what makes the museum's grand rooms so fascinating to explore. Temporary exhibits also regularly take place, as do local art competitions. Number 9. Spence's Bazaar. If instead of history and architecture, it is a unique shopping experience that you are after, make sure to stop by Spence's Bazaar. Located just a couple of blocks from downtown, the massive indoor and outdoor flea market sells almost everything under the sun. Loads of fun to explore, its countless stands and stalls are laden with amazing antiques, obscure objects, and enticing artworks. Amidst the jumbled mess, you can unearth clothing and collectibles, books, household goods, and jewelry. Besides bargaining for some great deals, visitors can enjoy delicious baked goods and shop for local food products at the Amish Farmers Market. Only open on Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, Spence's Bazaar really is a must for its lively atmosphere and intriguing items. Number 10. Woodburn, Governor's House. After the state of Delaware bought Woodburn in 1965, it has been the official house of the governor. The architecture of the house and its former noteworthy inhabitants are credited by historians presently as contributing to Woodburn's historical significance. The names of farmers, landlords, senators, physicians, and governors of Delaware, among others, have all left unique marks on this lovely house. It is another of Delaware's most significant middle-period Georgian mansions, erected by Charles Hilliard III. You may get in-depth details on Woodburn's past or view the photo galleries for Woodburn's exterior and grounds. Explore the dining room and great hall upon entering. Public visits of Woodburn are available Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m., but only upon request. Number 11. Delaware Agricultural Museum and Village. Despite its smallish size, the state's economy has always heavily relied on the agricultural sector. At the excellent Delaware Agricultural Museum and Village, guests can learn all about its rich farming heritage and rural history. Set just south of Delaware State University, the open-air museum sprawls across a huge site. Aside from exploring the historic 1890s village, there are lots of interesting artifacts, exhibits, and old farm equipment to check out. These are housed within old barns and farmhouses with a church, windmill, and schoolhouse also dotted about. The village's tractors and antique tools help to highlight the farming techniques of years gone by. Photo displays, memorabilia, and the historic buildings themselves also show how previous generations of farmers used to live. Number 12. Silver Lake Park. Escape the hustle and bustle of city life and spend a day of fun surrounded by the relaxing natural scenery of Silver Lake Park. This 182-acre park located along Washington Street features a wooded green space with walking trails headed to the playground, picnic shelters, and access to the lake connected to the St. John's River. Take a leisurely nature walk around the park to breathe in the fresh air, breathe out your stresses, and cast your lines to capture some fresh catch from the lake like bass, carp, crappie, and more. Don't forget to pack some snacks to have a relaxing picnic with the entire family under the shade of towering trees. The Silver Lake Park is a must-visit if you want a quick getaway from the bustling city of Dover and take a pause from your daily stresses. The last word. So guys, this was the best list of things to do in Dover, Delaware. I hope you will like it and appreciate it. People who come to this city are amazed by all of the awesome things there are to do and see. With a fascinating history that dates back to the 1600s, Dover is considered one of the oldest travel destinations in the United States of America. As the second largest city in the state of Delaware, the NASCAR races and horse racing have captured the imagination of travelers for many years. Although most people come here so that they can get a view of various gaming events, other attractions that have continued to draw tourists from all over the world are the rich cultural displays and shows. So, if you love to travel and you want to see the whole world, then Tripwire is the channel that gives you a list of the best places to visit in the USA. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and press the bell icons for the latest upcoming travel videos. Bye bye, see you.